give you a brief overview of ELI and its services and housing for students, as well as some of our programs, activities that students do, and other things that we have. So let's get started. Okay, so our first program that is our most popular is our Intensive English Language as a Second Language program. It's our IEP program. It is a non-credit. It is, and we have a tuition rates that are specialty for this program. We can go into that later. We also have support courses for international students at Pitt. So these will be for students who are University of Pittsburgh students, and we help students learn that way as well. We also have community education courses for international people in Pittsburgh. So if sometimes students of ELI will take these classes, as well as people from the community. So it's a great way to build that network of international people here in Pittsburgh. And we also have, we also do English placement testing for incoming international students at Pitt, and do English oral comprehensibility testing for international teaching assistants who are here at Pitt as well. So here's a brief overview about what we will be talking about today, our experience and credentials, courses and programs, and structure of students, and other important information. So we were established in 1964.
Wow.
So recently we hit our 50-year mark.
More than 50 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, very proud about that. We are in the Department of Linguistics here at Pitt, so we are university-based. We are accredited by the Commission on English Language Program. Commission of English Language. Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's quite hard to get like the CEA. Normally they audit like the 5 years per time, right?
Yeah, it depends. We are both reviewers for CEA, so we go out and review schools for accreditation. But it could be 10 years. Our accreditation is for 10 years.
Yeah.
We're one of the founding members of the University of College Intensive English Language Programs. And we are also a member of the American Association of Intensive English Language Programs. And we are also a member of NAFSA, Association of International Educators. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through this. So we offer English language education for academic, professional, and personal needs. As I mentioned earlier, Intensive English as a Second Language program is one of the most popular.
Okay.
We also have a pre-academic English as a second language, which is our professional. I'm sorry, Christine, what's the PAE?
Professional and Academic English Program.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And that is held in the summer. It's 6 weeks. We'll talk more about that later. We have other courses and programs as well. And we also create custom programs for certain groups and certain relationships. We have activities for students on Wednesdays, which is a great way for students to get out of their homes and go explore and practice their English. The courses that we offer are grammar, speaking, listening, writing, and reading. We have an average of 15 students per class, which is a nice small class size.
Yep.
We also issue I-20s for language study from the ELI itself. And courses begin in September, January, and May. So we have summer, fall, and spring.
Okay.
We do not have classes for beginners. We only have courses that are classes for levels listed here. So high, beginning, low, intermediate, high intermediate, and advanced levels. Low intermediate for us is considered approximately 24 on the TOEFL. And all students take a placement test upon arrival. So students will receive, if they are conditional acceptance, they'll receive their I-20. They'll come here, arrive, and they'll take their test. And once they test, we'll see where they fit into our program. And they're placed based off their tests. Oh, sorry, right there. And if they are not, they're placed too low for our programs, we do direct them to other English language programs in the area. Our intensive program does include social and cultural activities as well, so we can help students to get immersed in the American culture. Our activities coordinator plans weekly events and activities including picnics, parties, and
Ski
cultural
outdoor activity.
Yes. Skiing and other activities. We have some students who are going ice skating tomorrow at
Wow.
downtown, so they're going to be amongst all the nice big buildings.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be nice and a little bit warmer than usual tomorrow, so that's going to be nice for
That's
them.
gonna be a challenge.
Yeah.
Next week is Phantom of the Opera.
Yes, next week is Phantom of the
Phantom of the
Opera.
Wow. Opera.
And we also have students go to sporting events both here at the University of Pittsburgh,
New
one of
York.
our sporting teams that we have on campus. Also they could go to our Pirates baseball games, Penguins hockey games, or Steelers football games in the city as well. We also do.
If I can add that in your folders is the ELI newsletter that the students get every week that's how we advertise
Okay.
the events. Sorry, Rachel.
Oh no, please.
And that's
In safe places in the city. And so we have several different ways for students to get housing. We have homestays that are arranged through OVEX or Global Pittsburgh. We've been partners with them for a long time, so we have a great relationship with these organizations. We also have apartments on or near campus, and we have a housing assistant who will work with students to make sure they know who not to rent through, how to read leases, how to understand what they're signing up for. There's also Penn Commons Student Residence Hall, which is in downtown Pittsburgh, as well as Pitt Students Dormitories for the summer students.
Okay.
Professional and academic English program. It's for graduate students who are already accepted to a master's level program. It's a six-week program with classes being 5 hours per day, 4 days a week, and it uses a variety of professional and academic content to help students get that English intensive language learning. Upcoming for the summer, it will be held June 16th through July 26th, and for that admissions process, we do require a proof of acceptance to a graduate program or a TOEFL IBT score of 80 or higher. Is there anything else that you would like to say about the?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We also mentioned about we have English classes for undergraduate programs as well, and we also assist with placement testing. And this is just a little bit more information about that. We also have credit courses for students in different areas of the university, such as ESL writing, speaking and listening, writing advanced, and reading and vocabulary. Sorry. Some additional programs that we do have is we have a TOEFL prep course that we offer in the summers and falls, depending on interest and applicants. We have the multi-skills evening course, which helps part-time students who are on a non-F1 visa develop their English language skills, usually while they're currently working in the city as well. And we also have a campus conversation course, which allows students to interact with, practice their English skills with other students on campus. We also do custom programs, and this could be a variety of different things depending on the needs of the organization that we're working with. Specifically, we work with groups of 15 or more, customized to meet the group's language needs. Master's level training, use modern communicative technology for teaching, are actively involved in professional development, research, and conference presentations and textbook writing. So they're currently practicing and continuing to develop as well. They all have international experience. And we also have a place where you can view our textbooks written by our teachers. We'll share this program with you, PowerPoint presentation with you later, so you can visit our here also. So here are some just data about our students from the past. We usually have about 125 to 150 students per term from 20 to 25 different countries. For the 2016 to 2017 academic year, we had about 29 countries. We do get students that come from very specific countries. We have a lot of students coming from Saudi Arabia, Japan, China, Korea, and Turkey primarily are our largest. However, we do get students from any country they do come from. Yes. You can also see the age breakdown of our students, with primarily most of our students being between the ages of 23 and 29. English and are applying to other universities, whether it's Pitt or other universities in the United States. 40% are here to improve their English for personal or professional reasons. As I mentioned earlier, they do actively use their English in our program. We try to make sure students are speaking English while outside of the classroom, in the classroom, while they're on our activities, because we know that they need to practice in order to learn. And they report a high level of quality in the instruction that they receive, which is great to receive that feedback. On campus, we have some really nice facilities within walking distance. They'll be able to use the Hillman Library and the resources that are there. They'll also be able to take advantage of things that we have, such as Pitt student IDs have unlimited transportation in the city, so they can, if they live in the city, they'll be able to take public transportation to school for free. Also be able to try fun things such as our light rail and incline, which are, people come to ride those things when they are in Pittsburgh. It's a fun tradition. They also get free visits to many 8 museums in the city, and sometimes we do a lot of excursions there together to help build that community.
Except that's not in the summertime, it's, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for pointing that out. I forget that. Some other important information, unfortunately, admission to the ELI does not include admission to the University of Pittsburgh. However, as Christine mentioned, we do have relationships with Point Park University and Robert Morris University.
Yeah. I think Carla's in the pipeline, but I think it's not there yet.
Yes, and we have some other relationships that we're working to develop to make sure there's more opportunities for students. As said earlier, all students take a placement test.